Let's go. Germany versus France. Paschy saying if they're winning 3-2, they might call it a best of 5 and go to bed. Just deciding mid-series what the best of is based on the current score. But yeah, we didn't set up any team colors for this. They're just going to join whatever they want to do. Where are Freaky and Sicky? What are they doing? Did they say anything? No, they didn't. Surely they're going to join. Surely. Surely. Sicky, yes! He didn't fall asleep. But here we go. Fairy Peak in the Batmobile again. With K-Dop and Mout also in the Batmobile. But K-Dop in the Octane. Against what I expect to be a full Octane German team. And it is. Sicky, Freaky, Paschy. First time that they've teamed up together for Germany. But this is not the first time that Fairy Peak and K-Dop, both off Mocket, have teamed up with Mout as their third. This is the third of their that they've been choosing most recently because he is a very good team player.
After this,
all around nice guy.
2v2 international show matches.
Oh my, yeah, the multiple internationalities, the multiple nationalities in the 2v2v2. We could maybe do that one day, but probably not today because after this we're gonna have another international show match, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see how long this match goes on for. I don't expect this to be one-sided at all. And I don't know who you guys think is the favorite here. I'm going to give it just ever so slightly to Germany, but not by a huge margin. I'm going to say ever so slightly. Germany, their team I expect to win here. Just purely based on their previous consistency. Freaky and Sicky having great success on the German roster together. First time that we've seen Paschy on the lineup, and I'm sure he's going to really want to win this, as he is a very proud national of that country. And a good start here for Germany. Sicky capitalizing on some pretty poor defending out of Mout. Mout maybe waiting on K-Dop to come in and take away the ball, but that was not going to happen. Not in time at least. And Sicky capitalizing. Paschy, definitely the most well-known player in Germany. RLCS Grand Finalist from his second season. Very solid player for 2016. Will he be able to continue that success into 2017? That remains to be seen. But it's looking decent for him. He's found himself in another decent lineup alongside Showmatch, who is also from France, although not playing for the French roster today. He is another good French player. Paschy still teamed up with Violent Panda, who we saw in the stream earlier. That is their club team: Showmatch, Panda, and Paschy. Mout is subbing for a team called the Leftovers, a team who were pretty much exactly that. They were just the leftovers. They'd see the players who did not have a team, no club team, going into RLCS Season 3. Sicky committing a little bit forward right there because he read that he was going to have to go and contest the ball. Paschy and Freaky both at the near post, not in position to help him out here. And Paschy's just going to bump Freaky, his teammate, out of the way as he looks to get involved in offense. Double Batmobile French lineup. Very interesting to see Fairy Peak playing in the Batmobile recently. Mout has always been a user of the long cars, but Fairy Peak has had great success on the Octane on my stream. Recently having quite a good showing on the Batmobile as well. More often than not, you'll see one Batmobile and two Octanes in high-level Rocket League teams, but that's probably more just due to the coincidence and due to the fact that Octane is the most popular vehicle, so you're more likely to have two of that than the Batmobile in any given team. But yeah, Batmobile, Octane, definitely the two cars that are most popular right now. I wonder how much of the Batmobile's popularity is down to Cuxer97 himself.
Hi Johnny, how do you think G2 and Flipside will do in RLCS?
I think G2 and Flipside are definitely both going to qualify for RLCS. I would be very surprised if they fail to qualify this season for the LAN final. I think Flipside will probably fare better out of the two rosters. What a save! Hold up, Sicky with the dive bomb save. Holy cow. That looked like a surefire equalizer for France before Sicky comes out from the heavens and saves France. And he's just done it again. This time Freaky's coming in as well. My goodness. Sicky, how does he do it? That was one of the best saves I've ever seen. Had to hold my train of thought because that was insane. And a very important one as well because 1-0. Paschy sweeping across Freaky right there, breaking rotation, but it isn't going to punish them too hard. Sicky's ready to clean up the mess on the other side of the field. But that save was insane. We actually saw Sebadam do one of those very similar style saves for England earlier today. And now we see Sicky whipping it out. Pre-jump save for Paschy at the near post. But will Germany be able to hold on? Surely the France lineup, I'm going to be feeling pretty frustrated after that one, because they'll definitely feel like that would have gone in against most goalkeepers. Not Sicky though. One of the players who is a starter for that leftovers lineup that I did mention that Mout is a substitute for. But who knows, we might see Mout getting involved in the main roster at some point. I don't think they've decided what their actual roster is. Fairy Peak did lob this ball pretty well, but I would have expected Freaky to meet that in the air, no problem. This time though, the lob from Fairy Peak will tie the game. A little bit unfortunate for Germany after the heroic defending of Sicky previously, that they've conceded a goal and let the game be tied up in such a unimpressive fashion. I'm very surprised that we didn't see multiple what a saves in the chat after that one. These guys are all very good friends with each other. Definitely just having a bit of fun with this, winding each other up. The national pride coming in strong. France have had a lot of the pressure this series so far. They have been the team that has been pressuring Germany into submission. But that is not too surprising for anybody who's been watching Paschy play for most of 2016. He does love to just sit on a 1-goal lead and defend until the game reaches 0 seconds. Not a player who feels the need to be aggressive 24/7. In 3v3, he just likes to sit back and soak up pressure, look for counter-attack plays. Freaky and Sicky failing on a team pinch attempt, and Paschy racing up the wall, doesn't make it in time. Fairy way high on this. He would have had to hope for a dunk in that situation. And now France are building momentum. All this time that Germany have been sitting back and giving them space and time on the ball is starting to give this French lineup confidence moving forward. But K-Dop in a very awkward position. Has to contest upside down off the wall there. But Fairy Peak to K-Dop. They do, of course, play for the same club team, Mocket. Expect to see lots of good team plays out of them. And Freaky, the only player that I haven't mentioned what club team he plays for. He's still on Penta after a brief stint playing alongside Paschy on Aces. He's back with Penta with killer number 7 and Pondex. It's looking like we're settling into a bit of a long overtime now. K-Dop does back enough there purely on a sound cue. He heard somebody beating him to the ball and just turned completely blind to the challenge, but he knew it was happening. This looks like a great chance for France. Mout backwards when the pass came in. That was the end of that one. Who's going to nick this game 1? In a series which really could go all the way. Very important game 1. K-Dop looking for Fairy Peak up the field. Looks like he may have run out of boost right there. Psionics, please, need that spectator feature. Paschy dribbling in the midfield with great success. One of the best 3 versus 3 dribblers in the game is Freaky rattles the post. Sicky on the rebound. That is going to be 1-0 Germany. Great pressure. Paschy dribbles forward to take one player out of the game. Freaky's shot was just a little bit too awkward for Fairy Peak. He looks pretty boost starved. K-Dop also maybe out of boost in the net. 1-0 Germany. I said that they were the marginal favorites going into this, and I will definitely stick to my guns on that one. But this is far from over. France, a very scary team. Very scary team. Nice, I got the pixel in the right place for once. That's what I like to see. Let me just throw a message to the Italy boys. Paschy and Freaky maybe trying to drain the energy of the France boys right here. Letting the clock tick down in the between match segment. Paschy's had a lot of success against Freaky, against K-Dop in the past year. A lot of success against K-Dop. Both in, well, mainly in the club team. Of course, they matched up against each other many times with Paschy on Mocket and K-Dop and Precision Z, but now it's K-Dop who is on Mocket. Paschy took the aces with him when he left that organization. But they are, of course, now the Pocket Aces. A great name for a team, if I say so myself. Very interesting adaptation of the Pocket Aces is the Pocket Aces. A lot of time here for Mout. He does pretty much launch it right at goalkeepers. The shot, just a pass to the opponents of sorts. K-Dop looking for the infield pass, intercepted though by Paschy. Passing play is much harder to pull off in Rocket League these days, as people are becoming much better at reading the passing plays. K-Dop thought he had freaky beaten right there with his almost casual dribble. Paschy dunks the save of Mout, then turns around to have a little battle with K-Dop on the goal line. Something that has been long a part of Paschy's gameplay is just the aggression onto opposition goalkeepers, whether it be demos or bumps. Most likely they're the prior, but going for a bump on that occasion.
Happy to see France didn't fall.
Oh my goodness.
In World War II.
Wow. Well, it was actually Mout who made a joke about that. He said that they should use the white flag on their France cars. Glad to see that they're playing Batmobiles so that they can't even use flags.
You are a
We're not going to
banana.
see that. Hey, I'm a banana. Thanks, Potato Pineapple 123, for identifying which fruit I am. Now I don't need to go and take a quiz on Facebook to find out what fruit I am, because you've just told me. Thanks. Thanks for the £3 as well, or no, 2 months. Sorry, I'm looking at 2 notifications at once. One of them is a £3, the other one is a 2 month. Welcome back though, Potato Pineapple. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Sicky launches one at the net. That harks back to their time on Crown and Jewels, where Sicky and Paschy put together one of the greatest counterattacks that we've ever seen in Rocket League. Although that one was a Sicky to Paschy. This time around, Paschy to Sicky. And they did not get the equalizer, or they did not get the goal. I'm sure most of you guys will know what game I'm talking about, where they tied up the best of 9 against Flipside in the final game with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Mout and Fairy Peak have combined to get a double aerial goal. Is this Jazer and MK? Holy cow, Mout, how does he do it? Meets Fairy Peak's air dribble, launches it right into his path, and Fairy Peak, with this just the follow through, gets the shot into the net. What a shot by Fairy. But credit to Mout. Assist of the day, no doubt. That was insane. I mean, we should know by now not to doubt the Mout, but wow, another reminder of why that is the case. Incredible assist by the Frenchman. And also dropping a what a save in the chat, just to try and get under the skin of the Germans. That was insane by Mout. That was absolutely ridiculous. Montage-worthy pass. MK would be proud. MK would definitely be proud. Except for the fact that MK is German, so he'll be pretty disappointed that it happened in this matchup. Sicky looking for an infield pass. Paschy, however, was on the wide rotation. Not in position. I'm not sure if these guys are using comms. Something that I've pretty much said in every single show match that I've casted is I'm not sure if they're using comms, because I never know. You never know. There's not like there's not everything on the line here. We do have pride on the line, and that's pretty much it. But I'm sure these guys are comfortable playing with each other regardless of the comms. Just little things like passing plays out of defense. Usually a lot more smooth with the comms. And Sicky's not going to be able to get back into the net to save Mout's shot. This time Fairy Peak the facilitator. I wanted to see where Sicky was at the back post. He was not in position as Fairy Peak gets the dunk on Paschy. Looking to tie up the series are the Frenchmen, aka Wind, by the way. Thanks for the sub, I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, my man. France are in comms. K-Dop is streaming. Oh, so K-Dop is streaming. Go check that out. Twitch.tv/K-Dop and give him some love. That's pretty awesome. So that could be the thing that makes the difference here. I don't know if the Germans are in comms. Based on some of the passing plays that I've seen, I would guess that they are not. And oh, Mout and Fairy Peak both up again. K-Dop is now going to air dribble this sideways. Does well though to get the last touch to go in the direction of the German goal and not pinching it into his own net. Look at the passing from K-Dop and Fairy. They look to find each other, and they do! Beautiful link up from the Mocket Boys. K-Dop launches it up to the wall where Fairy is waiting, and Paschy, no more than a spectator at the back post as K-Dot puts it over his head. Great passing plays from the French in game 2. Might have to go back on my prediction here. If they can keep up this incredible passing play and just level of team play, then they would absolutely look like the team to beat here. And Fairy Peak gets another one. That's his double. Germany moving forward, trying to get anything going at the end of the game, but it is not going to work. That is almost certainly 1-1 in the series. France are going to tie this up. It's a double 50-50 at the start of the next kickoff. Siki opting to take that one to the wall, and Freaky does beat out 2 defenders to the ball, but Paschy not able to convert the open net shot. RL is almost 10k viewers on Twitch. Looks like branding works. Nice, dude. Oh, what a save by Freaky. Good prediction on the shot. It's going to be too little too late, though. France in game 2 have just been a monstrous team. They will tie up the series 1-1. Germany might be a little bit worried after that one, because some of the team plays were almost unstoppable here, and we are going to have an attempted own goal by Fairy to no avail. No flags, no color, no team names. That's just, we're all so knowledgeable, and we just know what the nationalities are. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys already know. You see Paschy, you're like, that's Germany. You see K-Dop and Fairy Peak, and you know that that's the French team. Next game, 7-1 Germany. I don't think so. I don't think so. Thoughts on Team Iris? How do I think Squishy will settle in the competitive 3v3 scene? I don't know about the latter part of that question, but the first part, I think Team Iris are a great team. They're easily going to qualify for groups in North America. Wait, what happened to Paschy? Looks like Paschy disconnected or something. I don't even see what happened. Okay, looks like Paschy must have disconnected from the lobby. I wasn't paying attention. Baguettes for the win. Haha, you don't know about the French strategy, but it's hard to mock it. A Lamau. What a joke. Paschy is German? Yes. I thought, for goodness sake, I thought somebody had disconnected again right there. Usually expect to see Paschy cheating on face-offs and asking his teammates to go and take the 50-50 for him, and then he likes to follow up with the dribbling play. Very scary dribbler is Paschy. However, the two most prestigious 1v1 players in this lobby at the moment are the Mocket Boys, K-Dop and Theory. Paschy, formerly one of the most feared 1v1 players in the world, still somewhat feared, but K-Dop and Theory are the ones who have really been looking impressive recently in that bracket, so watch out for their dribbling plays. What happened to Yemen? Who knows? Who knows? I don't, but thanks to the resub, 2 months from 2 whole tortillas, I appreciate that. Another dunk from Mout to just center the ball, and Fairy blasts it in, bar down, top left. And also welcome back Soon 420 with a 7 months in a row. That is incredibly generous of you. Welcome back for over half a year. And Cajun the Kill, new sub as well. Welcome, much appreciated. And Fear Parable also 3 months. Good to hear you enjoying the vids. And welcome back, my friend. Badge upgrade alert. Good to see more variation of colors. We've got to wait a couple more months before we get the 12-month variation in here. It looks like Freaky might have sniped that boost, which is actually important because we're going to have a slow rotation by Fairy Peak. He is back in time. This Mout and K-Dop have done well. Mout trying to do a delayed dodge similar to what Cux did to get that ridiculous air dribble goal against Scrub in ones on stream not too long ago. Just trying to dodge diagonally to catch up with the ball and get underneath it simultaneously. It's a good first touch by Paschy. Does beat out K-Dop at the near post. But Mout is there to clean it up. And a long shot from Fairy is too good. What happened to the defense from Germany? Fairy Peak is scoring with every touch at the moment. Freaky and Siki just get completely caught off guard by the long shot. Completely bombed from up high by Fairy Peak, who is looking good in the Batmobile, I must say. Looking very, very solid. The other teams are going to be pretty scared right now because with how well Fairy Peak and K-Dop are doing and how much they're playing together, will that be the difference maker moving into the RLCS Season 3 group stage and indeed the LAN? Just the work ethic of these guys is really, really something to be feared. Hey, Sailder, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that, buddy. Welcome to the stream. The aerial play from Germany, as we progress into the series, is not looking too hot. A lot of missed aerials by these guys, just missed hits on the ball. And France are looking like a lot more deliberate with their touches in that regard. And like somebody said, they are using comms for this, so don't expect to see too many double commits or misplays in terms of rotation. Made up a subtle air roll to get a little bit more side on that ball, take it across the back post. Mout does the same thing, but with K-Dop and Fairy both rotating out. Could be a turnover possession now for Germany, who are just sitting pretty defensively right now, despite the fact that they're 2-0 down. It is often in times like that where you just want to blast the ball clear, like we saw Siki do. Try to relieve the pressure, because this is getting really hard to break down this French defense. The midfield is pretty much as far as Germany are able to get right now. There's an absolute boomer of a clear by Paschy, though. That's exactly what they needed to try and get a little bit more momentum on their side. Shutting down Mout's clear as well. But the bump on a Freaky. Gotta watch out for the blind bump from behind, and that's gonna do it. France back in control. Will Germany be able to break out of their own half? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go for more dribbles? Are they gonna go for more absolute boomer clears? It doesn't look like it's gonna matter. France are scoring wherever they please right now. Not the best clear as coming in from Siki, Paschy, and the aforementioned just getting stuck in their own corner. Not looking comfortable right now. The fake aerial by K-Dop into the catch, and the shot. Paschy is there, however. Shuts it down. Germany desperately needs something right now as Paschy's trying to dodge the bump from behind to no avail. 3-0. France are looking like a new team compared to the first game. They really have elevated their play to another level, which is really scary for other teams in Europe. If France are looking this good now, you gotta wonder, are Germany a top 4 team? Because most people would have thought so, alongside teams like Denmark and Scotland. But with France now establishing themselves well into that conversation, this is really looking like a dangerous time for European countries. The rise of Fairy Peak is definitely the story of this RLCS season. He's a player who didn't take part in the group stage the last time around, but he's definitely up there right now in Europe as one of the very best players in the world. And stays that way. Flies into the dunk onto Freaky. Comfortable game 3 win for France. Looking for more. They're not going to get it, and it's a bit inconsequential with 3-0 already on the score. We'll go ahead and update that before I forget to. But my goodness, how are Germany going to deal with this? They're just getting outpaced in the air. We're seeing mishits coming in for Germany on their aerials, and that is usually a sign that they're rushing themselves, flying up before they're completely comfortable with the angle that they're in. So they either need to just try to keep the game more grounded, or start hitting these aerials with more menace. Because France, in particular Fairy Peak, has been way too fast, way too accurate. And that is the difference between France and Germany in game 2 and 3. Germany not even able to score in the last game. Not a good sign for them. And this is the same France team that did lose to the Danes. The Denmark lineup of Siki, or of Snasky, Pondix, and Maestro was able to take down Fairy Peak, Mout, and K-Dop. The Germans are having a much harder job of it. Siki again in defense, Not getting the touch that he wanted as he tries to control the ball, ends up passing it center instead. Siki definitely needs to step up his game. He had a great game one, but since then it's all gone to poo, as you will, if you will. Paschy, I like the center ball there. Maybe a little bit less to be said about the off the wall follow up, but Siki now, oh, bar down and denied. But the own goal coming in from Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak has been scoring a lot of goals today, but you'll probably want to score in the other end. As Siki had a free shot there, and then Fairy Peak just panics on own goals. Some double misplay. We had Siki at one end, Fairy Peak at the other. Not much work being done for these goals. A little bit of a hiccup by both teams at the start of this game. Good trap by Kid up to get the ball forward. But this looks like a free turnover, and Siki looking for Paschy, finds him, but Paschy looks like he's pretty boost starved. Had to do a weird contortion to even reach the ball in the first place. And now France are looking all over the place. What is this defense from the French team? Just a straight up collision. Mout drives right into K-Dop. Fairy Peak's nowhere to be seen. Paschy picks up the spoils. 2-1 Germany. Really strange game. France, after looking so organized for 2 games in a row, have fallen to pieces defensively in no more than a minute in the game 2. Siki now this time does get the touch that he's looking for, but Fairy Peak's shot is too good on the follow-up. Siki was looking for the curve right there. He got the power that he was looking for, did not get the angle. And his clear, tempted to be off the curve down the line, ended up centering itself for Fairy Peak, who has been scoring in both goals this game with consistency. Kate up and backed up by Mout now on the left hand side. Should get Denmark against Scotland. Yeah, I'm sure we will at one point. That would be a great game. The only team who have beaten Denmark before is actually Germany. So, oh no, it's actually Sweden. Sorry, Sweden are the only team who have beaten Denmark with Flarkey, Turbo, and a lot, if I'm not mistaken. They did manage to take down the Germans. No, the Danes. So it's a bit of a mix-up in the middle. Everybody at the top of Europe beating each other. Oh, Siki with a double touch attempt. Would have been very impressive if he got that one because he was so close and the ball moving so quickly. The passing play coming out of France. 1, 2, 3, and the save from Paschy. Germany holding on, desperately trying to stop this relentless French pressure, hoping that at some point France are going to make one more mistake in defense so that they can get another free goal, because both of the goals that Germany have scored this game, and indeed all the goals that they've scored in this game and the previous 2, have been French misplays, unforced errors. And although you could make an argument that Germany could just keep on defending and wait for that to happen again, at some point they may just have to try to play a bit more aggressive, because giving players like Fairy Peak and Kate up space to do what they want is so dangerous. Good 50-50 in the air by Freaky, sets up Siki, and Paschy's way back. Still will win this race to the ball, but he could have been there much earlier if he made a shorter rotation for small pads. Did want to grab the big boost at the back, as Siki denies a mid boost from Mout, or from Kate up, I should say. There we go. Much better rotation coming out of Germany. We can see Siki in the midfield waiting for anything to come his way. Paschy is the player who will get the goal at the near post. Siki was ready for a high pass, Paschy ready for a low pass. Good coverage in offense by Germany. Literally free win against Denmark. It says Turbo. Was it now? Coming from the man who lost to Finland, I believe. Sweden dropping to Jazer and co. Jazer and the gang just too good for Sweden. Paschy looking for the far post placement of the shot. Now Kate up in the counter. And Fairy Peak is there. Where's Mout? He is up and he will get met, but it's still in the danger area. I love that Mout is willing to go up for that ball, trusting his teammates to rotate out and continue defending even if he isn't there. Germany looking very threatened once again. Every time France are popping the ball above Germany net, it looks so dangerous. This time Kate up firing low unintentionally. But will Germany be able to get this ball cleared? Yes, they will, but only after. Heroic save from Paschy. Still in danger, and Paschy misses. Freaky may have read that, though. Fairy Pink K-Dot up so early, and this time they will score. Great passing by France, setting up so many chances. What a touch by Fairy. Look at that dodge off the wall to get the ball to the back post. Incredible stuff coming out of Fairy Peak. He was up the wall so quickly and even predicted the roll off the roof to perfection. Met the ball exactly where he needed to be. Really impressive stuff. MVP of the series by far right now is Fairy Peak, but Mout with the pass down. Oh my goodness, what a play. K-Dop was there, but way too early. Mout was on the back wall for the knockdown play there. Would have been almost a rival to his passing game too, if he had pulled that off. But K-Dop to the far post on the air dribble. What a play. Who needs passing when you can make a solo play like this? Great first touch by K-Dop, and he's going to launch it forward, continue the dribble. Only needs a single touch to get it past Siki. France are looking so deadly right now in offense. And even though Germany put 3 past them, they're still losing. Still losing the game as they've conceded 4 times, which is a lot of goals to be conceding for this usually impressive German defense. It was always going to be a question, will Germany's defense be able to match up with the French offense? And so far that has not been the case. France are outclassing them. 3-1 now, triple match point. 1 game away from taking the BO7. Germany will be happy that it is a BO7 now, so they still have a chance after 4 games. This would have been over if we did go for the BO5. But the game goes on. And I'm keeping an eye on... yeah, we do have the Italy team. I think the Switzerland team ready to go after we finish this one. And somebody needing to sleep. I didn't see who it was. Probably Siki. Siki's probably needing to sleep. He definitely looks like he is a tiny bit tired, based off a couple of the defensive misplays that he's been making. Not the finest display out of Siki today. Certainly could do a lot better, but that just speaks volumes to the great play that we do expect from him. He's one of the all-time greatest defenders in Rocket League. One of the all-time greatest anchor players. Not so successful towards the start of season 3, but certainly playing alongside K-Dop and Precision Z, he was a very impressive player. But this just too fast. K-Dop and Fairy continue this bold offense. Fairy blasts it in. K-Dop is there so quickly. Paschy has no chance. Will they be able to turn this one around? Doesn't look like it. If you're a German fan, you might want to stop watching, because this is getting very one-sided now. Looking for the 4-game sweep. Are France. And I said that Germany might be the favorites going into this one, but perhaps the ability for K-Dop and Fairy to just play so much Rocket League in one day. And what a landing by K-Dop, just squashing the ball center. It might be doing a huge amount of work for them, because these guys, like I said earlier, have got ridiculous work ethic, putting hours and hours into the game, which a lot of people criticize as a bad thing, but whenever I hear about somebody putting hours into the game, that's always a good thing in my mind. That's just showing the commitment and the work ethic to achieving a goal. And what is that goal? To be the best that ever was. These guys definitely in with a shout of RLCS glory in Season 3. Oh, Mout with the awful takeoff for that aerial. But playing alongside K-Dop and Fairy today is just going to be a joy for Mout. He's had a couple of great team plays himself. But certainly Fairy Peak, for the most part, perhaps not with some of the defensive misplays that we're seeing, but certainly for the most part has been series MVP. Germany once again get a goal off a very, very questionable bit of French defending. So Mout whiffs the wall clear. Fairy Peak pre-jumps a bounce that just bobbles past him. Interesting to see France making yet another horrendous defensive play. Still very much in the lead though in this series. You're right here, keep up the good work. Alright, see you later, Silent Spartan. Take care, man. Germany need more than just French misplays. They've tried to win games just defending and waiting for France to make mistakes. And although it does happen occasionally, it's not happening enough. It seems that France are able to succeed with their offense more than they fail, and Germany need to do a bit more. They just need to look for some sort of flair offensively themselves. This is a lot better. They're beating France to the ball here. Siki squashes it middle past 2. Paschy just caught underneath the ball. A spectator as Mout contorts his car into something awkward and gets it to the side. Here comes Ferry and Kate up once more. It looks like everybody up for that one. Is this all-star professional? These guys are absolutely world class. Do not be mistaken. Most of the mistakes at the highest level are just because of pressure. Like if you're struggling to score past a defense because they're just, you know, too good at making saves, then that usually leads to a team overcommitting in offense and leaving gaps in the rotation to be exploited. And likewise, if you're being pressured in defense and you're just getting beaten to the ball consistently, that leads you to adapting into going to the ball quicker. And if you're going to the ball too fast and you're comfortable with, you're going to miss more. And if you're worried that your opponents are going to be there before they actually are, then likewise, you're going to rush yourself and perhaps hit the ball when you don't need to. So the ability to just control yourself under pressure is a huge aspect to high-level 3v3. Can Germany do that? I know one thing that they will never do is give up. Any team involving Paschy will always stick in it to the end. Siki and Freaky combine to get a good infield pass and a blaster to the far post to take the lead actually in game 5. I had to think about that one for a second. And another own goal. This time it's forced though. This is a pretty funny own goal, to be honest. Mout getting bumped into this one. Paschy hits the ball into the wall, and it looks like Siki pull-shotted Mout into the own goal. So impressive stuff. Another own goal. This one forced, as Paschy on the face-off is credited with the shot. But that was really all Siki knocking Mout into that one. I have to criticize, this is a kickoff that the French team have been doing quite a few times now, where they send somebody to the back corner to get boost and also cheat with their other player who isn't on the face-off himself. That can lead to problems like we've just seen. If you do that exact strategy on face-off and the ball goes right over the head of your player who's in the corner getting boost, you have no one in a good position to follow up on the play, and that's why we see awkward situations like that developing. But speaking of awkward situations, Fairy Peak doing a little bit of a ping-pong goal, knocking it off a Paschy on the way in. A couple of very silly goals happening right now. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about this one. Great ping-pong goal though, by or pinball goal by Fairy Peak. He's getting another one on the scorecard for himself. Will he be able to find another one to take this in OT? Will they be able to take this in regulation time indeed? The French team have had explosive finishes to multiple games here. Will they have another one? Will they just close it out in 4 games in a row? They certainly want to. They don't want to give Germany a chance to get back into this, because of course if they lose one more game after this one, we suddenly have the tie game in the series with Germany on all the momentum. But there we go, the passing play was inevitable. Kate up to Fairy Peak. They are just doing it so often this game. Fairy Peak's upfield, Kate up finds him. Fairy Peak with a redirect. It's just, they make it look so easy. But I love that Kate up is always looking for his teammate upfield. And the same to be said for all the guys in the French team. They're trying to pass the ball whenever possible, and it's a joy to watch. Tie up the game once more. Again, Kate up looking for the infield pass. This time, Fairy Peaks decides not to go for it, because it would have been a bit risky. Mout staying upfield here. Kate up is left all alone. But he is a pretty good defender as well as an offensive passer of the ball. Is Kate up. He's trying to keep this one up. He actually does so with the doink. And oh my goodness, Siki grounds it nearly into his own net. We're going to OT in game 5. It was impressive by Kate up to recover and keep that ball in the air. Fairy Peak outplays 2. Gets the shot. Will it go in? Freaky with a save. Kate up committing into the box as well. Will result in Mout being alone at the back for the time being. And he's so scared of Paschy's pop. The Paschy just goes under him. And this time Paschy pops it past the second defender. Taking it past 2 is the dribbling man, the Paschy90. No luck though in converting that offensive pressure into a shot on net, which has been the story a lot of the time for the German team this series. They're getting some possession on the ball there. They are getting moments of pressure in the French half, but transferring that into shots onto the net is the part that they've been struggling to do. And again, Fairy Peak just too fast for Siki in defense. The ball is centered to K-Dot, who does this time get met by Paschy, or rather met by Paschy in the middle. It's really important that Paschy got up quick for that one. He got beat by K-Dot last game in a similar position. Does not want to make the same mistake as we see Paschy looking for the demo onto K-Dot. Does find one on Fairy Peak at the back post. Almost double demo for Paschy right there. Fairy Peak up again. Almost uncontested. It's something that people are just going to stop doing is contesting Fairy Peak in the air because he's too quick in the Batmobile. Has that extra reach in the longer car perhaps. Awkward position for K-Dot. Does get rescued by Fairy Peak yet again. And Paschy smart wait for the bounce. Does not find Siki on the right hand side though. However, he does get it over the top of Mout. So a little bit of a silver lining right there on the potential giveaway. It could have been Paschy's, could have been a pass. Mout panicking yet again though. This time gives it away to Paschy. Freaky. Will he look for the center ball? Yes, he will. But there's loads of time for France. Again, giving it away. France panicking at the end of this overtime. Giving away the possession an awful lot. But deep rotation by Paschy is going to give space for K-Dot to take this out. And Fairy Peak is already on the wall. Ready to intercept. Dangerous times for Germany.
Johnny, this is for you. I appreciate what you do for the Rocket League.
I appreciate that, Up on Mars.
1v1 show matches has helped me a ton. Keep it up, my dude.
Hey, thanks, Up on Mars. Really kind of you to say that, and appreciate the donation as well. Professor Oblivious as well with his sub. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay, dude. And I hope you're enjoying the show matches today as Germany cling on for dear life. It's only a matter of time before France will explode into another offensive counterattack. But can Germany score before that happens? It just doesn't look as threatening. If you are on the German team, you're not able to create the same sort of just explosive attack that France have been able to generate today. But what are they going to do? Are they going to continue to try to bully France into their own box and wait for the misplay? Or are they going to sit back and try to hit them on the counter? I hope that it's the prior. It looks like that is the case right now, but Fairy Peak's so consistent coming off the wall. This is it though! Good turnaround, double commit out of the box, and Siki finds the gap. Good play by Siki, just beating Mout and Kate up to the ball. Maybe that's the solution. Just put the ball in front of the France net in the air, because there's a good chance if it's low and well, not too low, but just in that area where you're going to get people flying off the wall. We have seen double commitments from France, even though they are using team comms today. We have seen double commits in that position quite a few times actually. And that could be the solution for Germany. Just try to get France to have multiple people jumping off the back wall simultaneously. If you're on France's shoes, it might be time to stop putting people on the wall in the first place. So you don't want to have too many people on the wall, because then it starts to become a little bit confusing knowing whose ball it is to go for. But France are really making Germany work for this. If they do make a comeback here, it is not going to be easy. It is definitely not going to be easy. They need to do what they just did twice more. And is it going to be possible? Let's find out. Led by Paschy, the team captain. Siki not finding the shot that he was looking for, but that will not matter. These guys had enough respect for his position that he was in that they backed off anyway. How are Germany going to deal with these passing plays, which are almost inevitable? They've been happening every single game. The K-Dot and the Fairy Peak passing plays. If they commit too often, they are going to concede. Oh no, Paschy with the save on Freaky's shot. Absolute disaster for Paschy. Tried to predict the inside of the post bounce and he completely flopped it. And then on the landing, ends up saving the open net shot of his teammate. Disaster, and it's going to get punished on the counter attack. Oh my goodness, that is awful for Germany. Great, again, knock forward by K-Dop, and the follow-up by Fairy Peak is clinical as ever. But that is an absolute disaster for Paschy and the German team. They should by all rights be one to the good right now, as their gap opened up in the French defense once again. Freaky's been positioning himself in the wide side of the field right there quite a lot towards the end of this series, and it's working out very well. He's finding space over there. If Germany can continue to pass it to him in that location, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on Freaky, as he likes to move over into that far side. But Germany have got to try and forget that they just threw away a free goal and then got punished on the counter. They've got to just clean the slate, start again, and here's Paschy on the dribble. Does pull a block out of K-Dop. But the ball was almost moving too fast for Paschy right there. He couldn't keep up with it almost. And Freaky looking a lot better as this series progresses. He started off pretty shaky, but his aerials are looking a bit more meaningful now. More direction on his hits. One player who's looking pretty solid throughout despite a couple of mishaps in defense is this guy right here, Ferry. Still my pick for series MVP unless something crazy happens. We'll have to wait and see. Wobble on the landing right there from Mout. But Ferry Peak draws out a pre-jump save from Freaky. Great stuff out of Freaky right there to keep the goal difference at 1. Sicky with the save. This is the territory that France have looked most dangerous in. Just launching the ball at the back wall and then committing to it so early. Ferry Peak, one touch, gets the second one and the finish. What a play, set this up all by himself. Traps the ball middle, flies off, gets the touch to the backboard and the rebound. MVP? I think so. I certainly think so. What a play. Coming out from Ferry Peak. Someone who really has risen to the highest level. Not just on my stream, but also in tournaments that are going on in the lead up to RLCS Season 3. This guy is the player to watch. I tried to switch the camera to him, but he got demoed right there. Oh dear. He is definitely my player to watch going into Season 3 though. What an incredible rise in skill from Season 2 to Season 3. He is probably the Devo of Season 3. As we saw Devo do that last season, just come out of nowhere and suddenly be in the conversation for the best player in the world. Well, Ferry Peak's done the exact same thing. Europe keeps on churning out these new talents. Over in North America, though, we do have a similar sort of story with JNaps. He did not qualify for groups in Season 2, and this time he is looking like one of the best players, if not the best in North America at the moment. But look at the passing plays from K-Dop and Ferry once again. Just a joy to watch. K-Dop down the line, Mout finds him, infield pass to Ferry Peak, easy as anything, and it was only a matter of time before they were going to get their offense rolling. Germany have not done enough. They have not taken the free goal that they were gifted at the start of this game, and that might be the death sentence in Game 6. As Ferry Peak continues to just consistently beat people to the ball, get solid hits, look like a dangerous player regardless of where he is. Even missing the ball in the first attempt, still flies after it and finds the rebound, which actually took his own teammate Mout out the game, and squash center by Paschy gets denied. Appreciate the sub, by the way, Psych RL. Sorry, got your name wrong the first time, but welcome to the channel, dude. Much appreciated. Clean sheet for France so far. This looks like it's going to be GG's in the series. K-Dop looking for one more on a crazy flight path. Ferry Peak blasts it. Paschy to the sky. Ferry Peak's up again. This is just bad news everywhere you look. If you're a German fan and K-Dop with an aerial shot, tap in. 4-0. That is going to be it. France looking way too good from Game 2 onwards. K-Dop and Ferry, unbelievable stuff. Mout with the assist of the series, but it really has been the market show from these guys. Showing us why they have been the team who have given Flipside the most trouble recently in EU. And Mout, the silent third player, but still an effective one. We have not seen these guys double committing anywhere near as much as we did against Denmark. When they played Denmark, they were not looking anywhere near as organized as they have today, which is a really good sign for them moving forward with rumors of a World Cup, and indeed the announcement of France being a part of that. Oh my goodness, very nearly with a fortunate double touch to finish the game. It's not going to matter because that was it. GG's anyway, but that would have been pretty funny if he managed to score with a lucky shot there. GG's, well played. France take down Germany 4-2. Second loss for Germany in international show match history, I think. I think they dropped a series to Denmark before. Now they've also dropped a series to France. Is there a bracket for the international show matches? No, it's just friendly matches. There is going to be a World Cup though for all these guys in Rocket League, so look out for that in the future.